Welcome to the Intentional Awakening Podcast with your hosts, Kathy Brewer and Terry Huberman.
Well, hello there and welcome to the Intentional Awakening Podcast. I'm Terry Huberman.
And I'm your co-host, Kathy Groover, and we are going to start this episode, as we do every episode, with an angel card. And the angel card today, oh my God, I love this. Flexibility.
Oh boy.
It's an angel card on a yoga mat doing a forward fold.
Oh my
Little
God.
wings up in the air. It's very cute. Ability to course correct without losing sight of the goal, let go of the narrow-mindedness, stay open to the flow, and keep current with new information. And speaking of new information, we're going to do a reading today. It's been a while. So Terry and I do a lovely joint reading. I do not have any fancy schmancy cards with me. They're all at my office. So I have the 40 Servants, which we've read from before. And I also have the Mary Magdalene Oracle, which I think we also read from last time. And it was a beautiful message. So Terry, what are you reading from today?
I am going to be reading from the Oracle of E-Cards by Pam Grout and Colette Baron Reed. And then I also have these cards. I don't know who they're by, but they're tea leaf reading cards. So they emulate a tea leaf reading. So that's kind of fun.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So I thought, let's try those today. See what comes from it.
Absolutely. Let me pull the 3 servants and we'll see who's joining us.
Let's do it.
I love these cards so much. Okay, who would like to join us today? Okay.
So when you say join us, is this like an overarching like energy that's with us, or somebody that's like a spirit guide, or how does that work?
So it's been a while since I got these, but the idea behind these cards is they are the 40 servants. And that you can use them different ways. The guy who originally told me about these basically said you can use these as servants and you can send them out to do things for you.
Oh, nice.
Or you can just pick them and see who's with us today, whose energy wants to be there. So I pulled I love this deck so much. I pull these before I do sacred medicine journeys to see what is going to be with me during the journey. And it has been so bloody accurate every single time. Okay.
Nice.
So the first one is the dead.
Okay.
This servant shows us our connection to our ancestors and humanity's past. She encourages us to learn from the past so that we don't make the same mistakes over and over again. We then have the father. This servant shows us tough love, guidance, and wisdom so that we can face the challenges of life for ourselves. He encourages us to learn the lessons for ourselves so that we handle future problems with greater wisdom and insight. And finally, we have the moon.
Oh.
This servant shows us that which is hidden in the darkness. It encourages us to acknowledge our self-deceptions, while also being mindful of the lies told by others and the general illusions of life.
That's cool. It showed up because we're actually recording this on a full moon. So.
I know. Very, very cool. So we've got the dead, the father, and the moon are serving us today.
Yeah. Wow. Actually, yeah, that's amazing. Do you want to talk about that? Because I just felt something about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, of course, they're all sort of connected, right? The hiddenness of the moon and that mystery, looking at the father, which was talking about like, sort of that tough love kind of thing.
Yeah.
Learning the lessons. So it's almost like the light is being shined on the truth of what is happening and us not being deceived. And the dead pops up for me so often. I think it's come up for almost every sacred medicine journey I've had. Learning from the past so we don't make the same mistake over and over again. So it doesn't feel like specific father energy and that someone's father is doing something, but it does have this feeling of that sort of stern, more masculine, get it done kind of situation is kind of what's coming up for me. So here's cards.
Those are, when you look at them, it's really intense too.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt was like a lot of intensity to drop the illusion of what we think is happening.
Yeah.
And to me, those cards just really felt like pushing us into different versions of ourselves.
Yeah.
and perhaps doing it in maybe a structured way, which would help give us relief for the hard work that we're doing.
Yeah.
So that's what I immediately felt and sensed from those. Those are
Yeah.
amazing cards.
And I always think about the moon as a feminine and the
Yeah,
father obviously is masculine. And then we have
sure.
the dead, which is the ancestors and everybody that's come before. And what lessons can we learn from that balance, right?
Yeah.
The fullness is bringing in, and the dead is looking back to the past. So yeah, it
It's
was.
it, it's so funny because on a personal level, that dead card
Mhm.
to me represents mediumship. And I've been being nudged. I can feel it from God, like being nudged to go back into mediumship and do it
Ah,
in a yeah. So I'm like, I do mediumship sessions. I do them, privately one-on-one, but I don't do a lot of them
mhm.
anymore because I really love the transformation, which is part of death,
Yep.
helping people who are alive transform. But I think I'm being pushed to go a little bit further back. I have an opportunity to do messages again, and I've been like,
Ooh.
well, let me talk about the stress and anxiety stuff, and she's like, well, okay, but you have a platform here in the spirit. It's a spiritualist church, so like going back,
Oh,
almost like going back to my roots, and I'm like, okay.
do it.
I will do it. I will for sure. I will do it.
Do it. Okay.
I will for sure.
Let's do
All
some
right.
tea leaves.
Let's do some tea leaves. Okay, so this is going to be for the collective. I'll pick 5 cards. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four. Okay, let me just get rid of these. I haven't looked at them yet because I put them all face down, so you
Mhm.
just see the back of the card. But they're circular, so they're kind of hard to
Oh,
like.
yes. I've seen those. I just
Ah,
saw those recently.
I've had these since I was like 15 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, one, two, three, four, five. So first we have we have casket. Someone is going out of your life to end a situation.
Ugh.
Ah! We have quill. Get back to the basics. I hear you. Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you
Oof.
wiser at the end.
That's me. I'm heading to Japan.
Yes, I'm so excited for you. Cat, a two-faced friend.
Okay.
This might be a reading for Kathy. And fan, romance, celebration, and party. Okay, let me see if I can put these together. Um, well, I really feel like these three are together. This is separate. Okay, so I feel like these three go together: elephant, casket, and quill. So with the, and I feel like the two-faced friend is separate, and I feel like the fan and celebration party is separate. So we've got kind of three separate things going on here. So again, it's this evolution. So it's almost like I feel like these cards are just sort of amplifying and agreeing with your three servant cards
Hmm.
about growth. Now, someone leaving your life doesn't necessarily mean someone is going to die. Okay, just so you know that. But there could be, even if it's just temporarily, I feel like that person leaving your life is going to give you the reflection that you are, that you know more of who you are and that you have to get back to you.
Hmm.
So this person that's leaving your life might have just been, a bit influential on you, and you kind of you might have, and if it's not like you, Kathy, it's like the big you, the
Yeah, yeah.
collective, that you might have attached to this person or depended on this person or put all your eggs in this person's basket. And when they're gone, you realize, oh, okay, I actually didn't need them because I am a good, strong, healthy, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to go back to who I am. Now this is the two-faced friend. So maybe it's that person that left. But this does feel separate from that. This just could be that this experience with this other person is now making you more aware, and you now have more like awareness and knowledge, and you can identify the people in your life now who just may not be the best match for you energetically. And typically with energy, we either attract or repel. So if you have this friend in your life, at the time you met them, great, there was attraction, and now there might be more repulsion. You might, which usually is just means you've outgrown them. So you can identify now these people in your life because of that experience. And this definitely feels separate, like there's an opportunity that's coming up. I just heard September. So that's a while away. But okay, so if this is prediction-y, just keep this in the back of your head that maybe in September, or there's a connection to September, like there's going to be a romantic opportunity for you to be really happy, and you might meet somebody. So you're obviously married already, so you may not meet somebody, but maybe there's a, do you, just out of curiosity, do you have a connection to September? Like, is your birthday's not in September, or
No,
Eric's birthday?
September will be 7 years that Eric and I were together.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is romance. So you'll probably hear it says celebration or party. So this anniversary might be more bigger, more amplified, more exciting, more also bonding.
Mm,
But for the general public, there could be a connection to September where either a new romance comes into your life, or maybe your partner or somebody that you meet is born in September, or maybe your birthday is September or something, but there's a connection to it. But it feels fun. It feels easy. That's the
mm.
nice thing, is it feels easy and fun, romantic, and just like a good match, like a good match. So that's what the tea leaf says.
Cool.
Yeah.
And this, just looking at the time, are you okay with ending on Mary Magdalene?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Boy, this is all connected, isn't it? So I pulled the rose.
Hmm. I have my
I
rose candle
Oh,
burning right
nice. And
now.
I love rose. I
I
have
do
rose
too.
oil right here.
I love
The
it.
rose, I trust divine timing.
Oh my God.
And there's a little line on it that says, everything comes from within. So I want to actually read what the rose says, because
Mm, mm.
the rose.
Okay.
So much of our lives, for so many of us, is focused on what happens outside of us, on what we do or produce. And what we produce or earn or accumulate is then linked to a sense of self-worth, a sense of purpose, and even a sense of status or importance in the world. What we have forgotten is the majesty of what cannot be seen or quantified. We have forgotten about cultivating a capacity to love and to be loved. We have forgotten that tending to the essence of who we are is our most important occupation. Most have forgotten that the most powerful contribution we can ever offer is not actually something we can point to outside of us, sell, market, or frame and put up on the wall for praise. The most powerful contribution we have to offer the world is love, the love we become. Many of us have a very clear idea of what external accomplishments we want to achieve by a certain point in life. And if we don't live up to those expectations, we judge that we have failed. But we cannot force or contrive the cultivation, the embodiment, and the rise of the soul. This form of soul work happens in kairos, which is the Greek word for the soul's timing, divine timing. Linear time is incredibly useful for an ego to function, which is essential, but linear time has nothing to do with the essence of who we are or what we offer, what offering we can make of our lives. The rose, a symbol of the divine feminine, represents an inner surrender that cannot be timed according to the ego or any external circumstances. The rose is about remembering that we cannot force ourselves to ripen. We cannot will ourselves to be anyone else other than exactly who we are in this moment. If we accept the beauty of where we are right now, we allow the ego to loosen its grasp of linear time. If we remember that an entire universe is perpetually in the process of bloom from within the heart, we can be curious about what might be unfolding for us. We can trust our own divine timing. And the meditation for that is, what can I trust? What can I trust is unfolding is in its own divine timing. What can I trust is an unfolding in its own divine timing.
That's actually sort of one of the mantras that I repeat over and over again, is everything is working out for me and everything is unfolding in its own time.
Yeah. So we've got the rose. And again, this is the Mary Magdalene Oracle by Megan Watterson. And the illustrations
Beautiful.
are by Moon Jube. And I
Nice.
just love this deck. So
Yeah.
surrender, divine timing, not trying to look to the identity outside of ourselves. It's basically what we've been talking about
For the
with
past two
every
episodes.
single episode we recorded today.
Well, obviously, look, we are a conduit for the divine. So this must be a message the divine really wants to get through to anybody who's watching or listening to this. And, it is divine timing because people listen to these podcasts whenever they need to. So it's really,
Yep.
they'll get this message when they need it.
100%.
So it's a timeless message. So
yeah, absolutely. Cool. All right. Perfect timing. Of course it is. I am Kathy Groover. I can be reached at kathygroover.coach.
And I'm Terrie Huberman. You can reach me at terriehuberman.com. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Intentional Awakening podcast.
See ya.